Well, hello there and welcome to Season 2 of Back to the Clubs with me, Major K. I'm a DJ, producer and record label boss, and in this series I'm talking to other DJs about their club experiences. What track made sure they were booked in clubs? What's their best club experience? And what are 2 things you can never eat for breakfast? The answer to that is lunch and dinner. The answers to the other questions are often surprising. Last season, over a year ago, we already had, amongst others, JD, DJ Licious, Odium from Ukraine and Insulate as a guest. Today, Nico Parisi. Before we introduce him, be sure to subscribe to Back to the Clubs in your podcast app. Give the show a raving rating too, it helps more people find the podcast. In your podcast app, you can also find my weekly mix podcast, Flash Forward Presents with Major K. And @official Major K is my handle on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and TikTok. And now, Nico Parisi. What a resurgence this guy must be experiencing. His track Metro was covered by Kevin de Vries and Mau P, something he discovered by browsing the interwebs. Cheeky buggers. Anyway, it became the most played track at last July's Tomorrowland and is opening whole new avenues for the modest Belgian on Afterlife, Tale of Us's record label. And that while Parisi can already boast a career to be proud of. The excellent opening guest for the new season of Back to the Clubs, I'd say. Enjoy the show! Here we go!
Back to the Clubs with Major K.
Back to the Club episode with none other than Nico Parisi. Welcome, Nico. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Busy, huh?
Busy, yeah. And I can guess that a certain song that has been played a lot at a certain festival has boosted even more the busyness of the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's amazing. Metro came out on the 14th of July, and it explodes. Never thought it was like such a success like it is now at the moment. So I'm quite happy about it. So yeah.
It's kind of incredible because it's a track that has been around for a while now.
Yes.
Some new people interested, giving it a new life, and what a new life it has been given.
Yes, the original track came out in 2006 on my own label Danza Records, and it was quite difficult for labels to sell music in that time because it was just a switch between digital and 12-inch to digital. And I released the track. Armin van Buuren, he has picked up the track in that time and he put it also on his State of Trance Energy, and it's now also on his State of Trance Classics All Time. But all the labels and the world in the music world was like going bankrupt. So I lost a lot of money, and also the distributors who was selling the 12-inch had some problems with them. And it never has had the effect that it's now in the world. I mean, but after so many years, you see, never give up, never stop dreaming.
Exactly, yeah. And so how did this new version came about?
Well, I saw the version on Instagram in November 2022 on a festival from Afterlife somewhere in the world. And I saw that Tale of Us was playing it. And I said okay, this is my song. It's my melody. I said, what is happening, you know? And I saw that Mau P had also reposted on his Insta, and I sent him a message like, "Hello, it's my song, it's my melody. What are you doing?" And he said, "I always loved your song. I always was a fan of your track, Metro, And when I was younger, he's still young. And he said, yeah, we made a cover of it with Kevin de Vries. And Afterlife is interesting about the track. And give me your manager name and your email. We have to contact each other. And then it started. And I came in contact with his manager and with my manager. And yeah, I never thought it was a success like this. Because, yeah, we had to wait 6 months. Because they prepared how are you saying a release date. We didn't know when it will be released. It was everything. We had also an agreement to an NDA. We signed an NDA.
Yeah. Keep stum. Don't say anything to no one. Yeah.
Exactly, and we did that also. We were like, and we worked together to have this track on Afterlife. So and yeah, it happened, and you see now.
And then of course, as you said, it's a huge success, and that success has been really exemplified by the way the track has been handled at Tomorrowland in July.
Yes,
because it has been the most played track of the festival of this edition. So crazy, right?
it's amazing. I never thought it was such a success. And also we didn't know that it was released a week before, but we had some technical issues about it. So they released it 14 just before Tomorrowland. So and then everybody was playing it, but everybody. But also before we sent also the track to a lot of DJs. And they also played already in biggest clubs and festivals all over the world, from David Guetta to Dimitri Vegas to Paul Kalkbrenner. Everybody was playing it. So yeah, it's amazing. It's really a crossover. It's not just a track. It's one with one style, but it's a crossover that everybody can play the track.
What does that for you, being a producer, being still active as a producer and DJ? Does that give new energy, renewed energy, or how is that for you?
A dream that came true. You're on with your track. Well, it's a cover. It's a very good cover. The guys made a fantastic cover. Also, the original is fantastic because Armin van Buuren played the track at Tomorrowland this year, and he is also on his YouTube channel and his 3 hours mix. So Armada asked me to if they can use the track. For me, it's like it gives me more energy, also to produce new music. For me, it's the thing that the song had in 2006 such problems.
Yeah.
And now you see, it's after so many years, it's exploding, and it's a recognition. I would say that they recognize your music. That's the most beautiful you have as a producer. Not for the money, because I mean it's okay. I'm getting my royalties, my publishing and everything. That's not the most important for a musician. I think if you do music, it's passion, and passion, you can't buy it. You can't. You keep on doing it until you die. I mean,
because it's something that really, it's inside you, and you want to get it out, and you want other people to be able to hear what you're hearing, what you can create, because it's the creation of life.
It's a creation, and it's like painting. I made already like more than 100 tracks. I had a lot of releases in Belgium in the time from 1996 till now. I had a good period of tracks around Belgium. I had some number ones. Also with Aqualords, it's my own project with witches in Germany. The thing is that if you see the people dancing on your track, on your melody, that's the most beautiful feeling you have. I mean, there's nothing more beautiful than that.
How did you get involved in making music, and when did you get bitten by that radioactive music spider, so to speak?
Well, I was playing already like when I was 12. Well, when I remember 10, I was 10 years. It was Christmas, and I was playing with records, like, it's not as existing anymore.
Yeah. A cassette deck. Yeah, 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 yeah.
At New Year was playing play, and the other one play, and then everybody was dancing, play, and again, and everybody was dancing. I was like, whoa. So at that time was already that feeling that I had with music. And also then I played in some pubs when I was 14. After school, I went with my 12-inch records, and I played in a club. Well, a club. It's a pub. Patapouf. It's the name. It's in my own town, my town where I lived before, and there was a base, military base. So all the military, after they finished, they came. Everybody came in this pub. So I was playing like everything from Barry White until
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So a broad range of styles and yeah, yeah.
at that time I was playing, and I came in contact with this kind of music when I was 16, 17. And I went out for the first time in Club La Rocca. I mean, only La Rocca. I was like biggest clubs in Belgium, Boccaccio, Globe.
Absolutely, yeah.
We had the most amazing music. The Belgium scene was also, we had the most clubs maybe of Europe in that time. And I was like, I lost my mind there, and I was really
hooked
from this music, from this kind of style. And
so that led us straight to the first question that I was gonna ask you, but that you already answered. So that's good, good on you. What was the first club experience? What was the first club you ever went to? So I gathered that was La Rocca, right?
Yeah, La Rocca, and also Boccaccio, the old Boccaccio, and Fuse in Brussels. I mean, we did like every week club. So and also as a DJ, I was playing also the records every day, and every track I heard in the clubs from good DJs. And I went to the record shop, and I just buy the track. And after it was like, I want more.
So in your case, you could say that that going to clubs and that playing at clubs, that started at approximately the same time, because as you said, when you were 10, 12, you already did that in family circumstances and whatever. But once it was possible to go out, then you were going out and perhaps were DJing as well.
Yeah. I mean, I went out, and you get involved in the scene. And do you want to know how I started?
I do, absolutely.
I was an ice cream seller.
Okay.
In that time, I was 18. We had an ice cream manufacturer. We had some cars at home. My mother, and I was selling ice cream. And then there was this good friend of me from now, like we know each other like 28 years, still best friends. We worked together 28 years, and he came at my van, and he wants an ice cream with vanilla. I said, okay. And I heard you are a good DJ. I say, well, yeah, I don't know, maybe. And his name is Pat Crimson. So Pat.
Aha.
And he had a club in that time, Boccaccio, Faro Dreamland, sorry. And he said to me, okay, also I went also to his club. I was like, whoa, I had Pat Crimson on my car, my van. And also all my friends was telling him like, yeah, it's a good DJ, you have to ask him. And he said, okay, you know what? Come play at Dance Opera Trip. So Dance Opera was his own label. It's a very label and Vries in Belgium in that time. And he said, you come there and you can play. So, okay. It was like, and it was summer. Yeah, and it was summer. And the day that I had to play, I didn't go. Oh, I didn't go because it was so hot. And I had to go to sell some ice cream. My mother, no, you can't. You have to go sell ice cream. Okay, and we didn't have like cell phones at that time, so I couldn't reach him and anything. So okay, after 2 months, I went to Faro Dreamland. He was there, and he was standing next to me. Where were you? I said, yeah, I was selling ice. What, you're selling ice? I ask you to come to my party and you don't come for your first DJ set? I'm sorry, yeah, I mean, okay, you know what? You can play here in the club. So I played in his club and it was a success. After 2 weeks, he stopped in this club and he said to me, we're going to start Atmos. Club Atmos is one of the famous clubs in Belgium.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So now we are doing like Atmos outdoor, indoor, every year still reunions. And it's like always sold out. And I was there from the first day until the closing in 2006, from 1995. And I was a resident. And from there, I started to produce music with Antler Subway, with EMI. We released records on Atmos Records with Aqualors. And then in that time, and okay, in 2006, we stopped the club because we had some issues.
Mm-hmm.
Not for the people, but with the mayor and everything for the music. I mean, okay.
Yeah, sound stuff and yeah.
Yeah, and but anyway, that was my journey to the scene and to the music and to my passion. Every time, still now, when I'm going to play, it's like for me, it's a passion. I love it, and from there, okay, I made tracks with I made some remixes for Bonsai Records, Extreme Tracks, Yves de Ruiter. I had also Paul Oakenfold who has took my track,
Good references.
But it was never like, I had my tracks, but it never went worldwide. Okay, some gigs in Ibiza, in Barcelona. I mean, but it's never like, you see, like the Metro from now, the track, it's really exploding. I mean, and maybe also the people didn't know, they don't know me. And the thing also on the music now, on the cover they made, normally I make a cover of a famous DJ producer when I make a cover. But now they made a cover of a not famous producer.
Yeah. But as you say, it's like, yeah, if it's a good track, it's just waiting to get discovered, and that is what it did at this moment. So, and that's awesome that's possible, that a track that's been out there for a long time can just explode as it does right now with Metro.
Yeah, okay, my name is not on because that was the deal also with Afterlife. But you have to talk with P, Gavin de Vries, and the producers from the track. But that was a deal. And also with Afterlife, and I thought, okay, let's do this. If Afterlife wants to release it on his, because maybe if I had this track, this cover, and I released it on my own label, it maybe never had exploded.
No, exactly, yeah.
That's the difference between you have a major on your back, or you're alone.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah.
And okay, it's not that your name is not on the track, but people know that it's you. And people, they kind of, they're able to, through those newer guys in the scene, they get to discover you and what you've done for all those years. Huh?
That's the point. And okay, maybe 20% knows it's my track. It's my, but I don't care. I mean, I'm happy that I know it's my track.
Yeah.
But I like people that sending me messages like, it's your cover. Why they don't credit you? I say, okay, if they don't want to tell my name or Kevin of Mopi in a post on Insta or Facebook, okay, I have nothing to say about that. It's if they want to do it, I'm happy.
Yeah.
If they don't, okay, then it's like this. I mean, I'm not gonna fight or think or make sort of negative moments on this. I'm not a negative person. I'm positive, so I love what they're doing. I love that the track is out, and I love its Afterlife.
Yeah.
And I have contact now with Afterlife, with Matteo also, and and that's what you're saying. There are some doors going open.
Exactly. you never know what happens after this. This is kind of a reintroduction of who Nico Parisi is,
Exactly.
and let's see what the future holds. Right?
Yeah, and they are searching now also my older tracks and tracks that I'm making now.
Yeah.
I'm now making a release, a new track, and it's gonna be a track. Then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna put it high. It has to be good.
Yeah.
So, and maybe we'll see. The track is still there. It's just 1 month out.
Yeah.
And they're still playing it all over the world. So let's see what's happening next week, next month, and next year.
Are you nervous for a new track of yours to be released to kind of be able to have that same buzz or that same appreciation for it, or doesn't that really matter, because like music, it's your soul that you put in there and you just want to get it out? Or
well, I think all the tracks they release, there's never a track that I say no, I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not picked up by the people, or maybe because they don't know me, because I don't have so many followers.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Now they're searching. I get every day some new friends on my SoundCloud and my Insta, so they're checking who I am, and they're checking some older tracks. So now when I want to release something new, I want to release something that, first of all, I like myself, and also that I can say, okay, that's something. Listen to this one now, and it has to be good. I'm not going to say no, and I'm quite a little bit nervous about it. Yeah, but it's.
Do you ring Pat Crimson or send him an email and say, "Hey, Pat, listen to this track. What do you think about it?" Or other people? Have you kind of have a mood board or a kind of soundboard? People saying to you, "Well, I would do this differently," or "This is great," or
well. Yes, I have. I have people. Also, Pat sent me some tracks of him. I had to ask what I think about his tracks. Of course, I sent also my tracks to him, but not to a lot of people, because everybody is like, well, but maybe you have to do, or maybe you have to do this. No, I mean, this is a track, and I like to listen to people, but. You have to do your. It's like a painter.
Yeah.
When you're painting something, there's nobody sitting next to you. I know you have to put that yellow color.
No, that would be awkward, right?
I'm going to take the track. I'm going to send it to the guys who I have a contact with. Is a really cool guy, Matteo from Anima, from Afterlife, and I said to him, "I want that you hear it for the first time. So and tell me what you think." And this is the thing. I hope he will like it, and maybe he said, "Yeah, it's nice, but not for Afterlife," and it's okay. I know it's a good track. Maybe not for Afterlife. Maybe it's not, but maybe yes. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Yeah, really, really, really exciting that prospect. But back to the clubs now. You mentioned that you played in a lot of clubs, Belgian clubs, international clubs. In your experience, what does a good club need to really excel to be an awesome club?
Well, I think, first of all, the people. I mean, the people is the most important in a club. If you have people, they don't party, then it's nothing. Okay, you have good music. Then it's also a good sound, a good atmosphere. What we have in Atmos all these years, and also in Belgium parties, so we have a lot of good parties. It's like the people, they are really party people. I mean, you see it also when you go to big festivals. We have the biggest festivals in the world. That's not for nothing. It's because everything starts from Belgium.
Mm-hmm.
We are like the legacy of music. We grow up with this, and we came from new beat to trance, from trance. Also, the Dutch DJs in Holland, they like Tresto, Armin van Buuren, these guys, when they were young, they came to Belgium. Because before, the music in Holland was like botsauto's. They say Belgian botsauto's, but anyway, the club. First of all, the people, the good music, a good atmosphere. I mean, a good sound. It's very important, because you can have good people, good music, but you have the sound that's crap. Yeah, and a good management. You have to know when you have to put your dancers. You have to know when it has to also the lights. Everything is it's part of a concept.
Yeah.
And that's yeah.
Okay, and if you would look at DJs performing in a club, is there a DJ that you saw perform and that you were blown away by, and that you saw playing a club set that you thought, well, my God, what the hell happened here?
Well, yes, I saw a lot of DJs, but most of all, there are also producers. For me, it's not only about being a DJ, but I mean, if you see now, Fat Legrand was saying, I was. His name was before was Fifi when I was in Extreme.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
When the Extreme was Fifi was like also the sound there was like amazing, and also what he was playing. Everybody was like, "That's one of the guys that I always looked up years ago when I went." But now when I go in a club, I saw Hernan Gataneo, and this was the kind of music I loved. Also, I'm still loving it. Or I mean, John Digweed in the time was also the guy that, but it was more the progressive scene.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But what I was telling you, Fred again.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
If I see this guy, how he is into the music, this is the passion himself. This is nothing to do with money or he came from this to a world star. But if you see him when he's on stage, yeah, that's pure passion music and this is what I respect the most on performers, DJs, that they put their love and they you see that they do this with passion. I mean,
it's not like the cliche. Oh yeah, a DJ just pushes play and that's it. No, there's more to that, right?
A lot of people think like, yeah, they sing. Yeah, there are DJs they sing, but I'm still have my records. I can even go to 12-inch, and I never sing. I never pitch.
Yeah,
I pitch. I mean, I pitch. I never sing. And also, some people say, "Are you making your set before?" When I start, I don't know what I'm starting with. I don't know the first track I'm playing.
Yeah.
Everyone, what, you don't know what you're playing? I don't know. I'm starting. This is my catalog. What I have on my stick, and I'm starting and
see what happens, what the crowd reacts to, what you're feeling.
The first track is maybe the most important, but you start and you start, and that's it. I mean, and that's music. It's inspiration. You have to have it's like painting. I mean, it's the same. You have to paint, and you're painting, and it's you start, and you don't know where you're ending.
Yeah.
And that's also with music.
Did you always have that like that? Because I remember when I started off DJing, and especially if I was just allotted like 1 hour, that I really wanted to have that track, and like I was so busy and nervous that I wouldn't mess up. But as soon as your confidence grows, you know what you're doing. You know what you have in store, what you can play, and you just feel the atmosphere, feel the vibe.
Yeah, but that's the point. Also, I mean, you're a DJ, so you know what you need to do. You know that you have to let the people have the best night of the year. Maybe I mean,
yeah,
that's the point. Why you're a DJ. Also, I think that's the most beautiful to see the people dancing on your tracks. I played like in big festivals, also like Tomorrowland, Pukkelpop, Boiler Room, 20,000 people. But I still also love the small parties, you know, like even for 200-300 people, because it's so much energy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you look at one of those gigs, preferably in a club, is there one that comes to mind that you thought, well, this has been the set of a lifetime? This was like what I did here. I'm so happy with how that turned out. Can you remember one specific example of that?
Well, yes. You mean which gig for me was the most gig? Yes.
Yeah, yeah, something that really had an impact on you that you thought, well, yeah, after playing this was really a great evening for me.
Yeah, that was like because I live just beside the Pukkelpop festival. Was like 3 weeks ago,
Yeah,
and it's 4 days. It's near my house. I can go. I can take a walk. And in 2015, they asked me to play in the boiler room. It's like 25, 30,000 people. And not only because it's 2025, but I grew up with Pukkelpop. And my old town, Leopold, they are from Leopoldsburg. So, and
yeah,
yeah, for me it was like something special. So I have a movie on my YouTube channel also where you see me, Nico Parisi at Pukkelpop, went to boiler room. But that was for me the most exciting. And I was normally I'm nervous when I'm starting. I'm always nervous, even after 30 years. But then I was really nervous. I was nervous because, yeah, it was special for me. It was also, it's some kind of dream that came true. Okay, I played Tomorrowland. It was also beautiful. And 2012, I played 4 times at Tomorrowland. But this one was like, yeah, this is it. Yeah, I mean, that was for me the most beautiful gig I had in my life.
yeah. Because I think it's for you. It's kind of like homecoming, or coming home, because you've been to that festival for so many times. It's just around the corner, and then there you are on that stage for so many people enjoying what you have been enjoying for all those years. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, yeah, Pukkelpop is one of the biggest festivals in the world. Maybe, I mean, it's like all the biggest musician came there. This year was like also Bicep was there.
Yeah.
I know it was all Amelie Lance, Charlotte de Witt. Also the mainstream artists went there, like on the main stage. But yeah, it was also maybe this year they almost asked me because they saw that my track was like,
Right.
but yeah, the timelines were already
Fully booked and
full. Full booked it, and they said also if there is some place we can put you. But anyway, and yeah,
next year will come around, and who knows,
I'm not. I'm not like, whoa, why not?
Yeah.
There are.
But that's good. Those are good prospects to be looking forward to, I think. And yeah, it's a good festival because for people who don't know it, it's a festival that kind of boasts all kinds of genres, as you mentioned. It's more mainstream. It's the rock part, the indie, metal bands. You have everything over there, and of course, then boiler room style, drum and bass. You name it, they have it.
But yeah, it's like 70,000 people a day. And it's like also Tomorrowland, also a lot of people, and Werchter also in Belgium. So yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was there 4 days because I lived there, and I was always invited by by them. And but yeah, maybe next year. So
yeah,
maybe not, maybe yes. I don't.
Maybe next year. Yeah.
I don't know. We see in life how things can run. Yeah?
Who knows? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Back to the clubs again. Is there one club that you visited the most or you played at the most?
Yeah, of course. Atmos was my
yeah, because you were a resident there. Yeah,
but I was also in after clubs playing in Outline at that time. But I think I played already in all the clubs in Belgium. The most clubs where I was invited. I was also invited in La Rocca and Illusion.
Yeah.
I'm also on the compilation of La Rocca with a track of myself. It's a compilation from Marco van La Rocca. He made a compilation and he put the track on. But in that time, yeah, now there are no clubs anymore like in Belgium.
No, not that many, no.
300 to maybe 10. So, but yeah, I think the most of all was La Roca,
Yeah.
or Illusion, or
Yeah.
without Atmos then. I mean,
How sad are you that those clubs, well, a lot of clubs have closed their doors and that club life has faded away a little bit?
yeah, it's yeah, that's. I mean, there's evolution. It's evolution of everything. It's sad because a club is still something special, but yeah, the new generation, they don't know this. They wait until the festival season starts, and nobody's going to the club. There are some clubs still open, but you see that's not like it was before. So yeah, it's a bit sad, but like on the other way, it's also how you see the scene growing, like it is now. Um, this is also amazing. I mean, you see all the festivals that came out. There are a lot of festivals, a lot of parties in Belgium and all over the world. I mean, there was before there was no festivals like Pukkelpop. Yeah, Pukkelpop, yes, they are like 1985 and 1981 maybe. Uh, but I mean, like Tomorrowland of Extrema, outdoor, all these kind of festivals. Yeah, this is a new generation, and the people they just wait the moment to spend the money to go to the festivals and not to go to the clubs. So.
No, it's just sign of the times and just how people do things at this moment, I guess.
Yeah, it's evolution. It's evolution of everything. It's evolution of digital music. It's digital. It's also I like also the evolution how you make music. And it's also an evolution. Also the sounds in the tracks. It's every time something new.
Yeah.
And this is how it has to be. I think I really love evolution.
Yeah.
There are some parts that I don't like, but yeah, you can't do anything about that.
No. What don't you like, if I may ask?
I'm quite scared about like that we all get like half robots.
Right. Yeah.
Scary a bit. Also, artificial intelligence, I think, is also quite scary,
Very.
but also quite fascinating. It fascinates me also because it's something new.
Yeah.
And the negative things is that people they're also with the phone all the time. Yeah, before on the DJ booth like this, not dancing. This is also with the social media.
Yeah. It's kind of a mood killer, that is.
Yeah, it's. I think. Yeah, if you see some videos also from Afterlife, when they have like big screens on the back with some amazing videos, that's quite amazing to see. Also the music, really good music. But then you see all the people staying like this. I mean, why are you there? You're there to dance. It's quite. That's also a little bit annoying for the DJ. I think for me it's annoying, but also you can't do anything about it. So.
Could you say let's leave the cell phones in lockers at the entrance, or isn't that possible in a practical way?
I think it's possible. Maybe in a smaller, but there are some DJs I heard about. I don't know his name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember, but he said like, "I'm not playing if you put your phone up." So,
Okay,
but I don't know who it was. I don't remember.
no,
But I think you can do it in a smaller club. But I don't think in every scene is like this.
no,
It depends how the show is. You see it more at the Afterlife parties, because it's an amazing show.
Yeah.
They give you something you just see it maybe once in your lifetime.
Yeah.
But if you go in parties like Dinox playing in South of America, Dinox is a friend of me, and he's a German guy, very good producer, very good DJ, and he's playing like very nice club in Tulum, Mexico, everywhere, and they're like everybody's party because it's like progressive and it's really, it's different. So not in every scene they are like this.
No. I think like you said, when it's big visuals like Eric Pritz's Holo, that kind of stuff, people want to film that, which is kind of crazy because the images are on in HD on YouTube or whatever by the artist himself. So why would you want to film that? Just enjoy the show, you
Yeah,
know?
but I understand the people. There's one time of
Yeah,
1 hour standing there, never maybe the
yeah.
less time, and with this show, I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not going to do it also.
No, 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 no. Of course, yeah, yeah. I know, I know.
But yeah, I understand also that it's quite difficult. Also, yeah, and it's not easy to put a phone on the door and lock it up.
No, no, no. I know. That was kind of a great crazy idea. It would be good for DJs and good for the atmosphere, but in a practical sense, it would be impossible. And
But the other way, also the DJs get a lot of promotion, and the organizer, all the
sure, yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, yeah.
social media has like bad points, but also good points. So and yeah,
No, that's true.
I think in 2000 and year 2000, 2005, we didn't had all these social things and everything. Everything was like by sending your promo with a CD
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
to the.
yeah, yeah.
Now you just put an email, you put it on SoundCloud, you send it back. Hey, can you listen Dropbox app? Everything in digital is like so for the musician is for the DJs. Just see like Metro is every day I'm getting movies from Metro and from even gigs I didn't ever heard in my life.
Yeah, before we started chatting for Back to the Clubs, you showed me a video of people using Metro and they were doing a skydive, I gathered, something like that. So yeah, it's really everywhere, even like 2 kilometers high in the sky. Yeah,
I just had a tag. Somebody tagged me in this movie, but I say like in Miami, Miami was Afterlife show in March.
yeah.
There was like meteors coming out of the sky during the set of Afterlife during my track.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you saw it on the.
I didn't see that now. Oh, really? Okay, need to check.
And there were like meteors. That's why they used also these meteors
Yeah.
on the cover and on all the videos on the background of the DJ booth when Metro was playing. Because it was quite something godless. I mean, it came out for and the day after they called me from Afterlife, like from the managers from Julius. And I said, we have to. There's something happened. They said, what? Yeah, we have to change the name. I said, oh, so change the name. It's Metro. It's my song. It's Metro, and we don't change the name. Yeah, but there's 12 meteors. They came from the sky. We have to call it Meteor. I said, no way. I said, yeah, but NASA want to make some promotion with the track, and you will see.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's a really good story as well. So yeah, how cool. I really can imagine that. I really can imagine that. A little bit more about clubs. Is there a club that you know of that is supposed to be the best club in the world that you hear other DJs or perhaps yourself, you've been there and you know, okay, this tops it all. This is really ace at this moment.
Well, I'm now next week in Ibiza in 2 weeks, and I met Ida Inberg in Atlantic. And also we were talking about Metro and everything, and I said to her, because I saw she has in Mystica is her concept in Club Chinois, and it's a very nice club. It's not so famous as because it's quite last year they opened it and it was quite a new club, but the Pasha, very good sound, a very beautiful club. Now I'm going there in 2 weeks. So I'm going to visit her because I'm invited. And but I think this club, it's really amazing. Not only because everybody's like we have a lot of nice clubs in Ibiza. Also, the high in Ibiza is also quite impressive. I mean, I would love to play there. I would love to play with Ida there in Mystica, but
who wouldn't?
but I think it's quite a special club, but I think a lot of clubs where I was before. Now I'm not going so much out to clubs because when I'm playing and there are some weekends I'm not, then I'm staying home or maybe making some music. But I'm playing now in November in Bootshaus. That's the sixth best club in the world.
It is.
Yeah, with a lot of good. I went there last year and I was really impressed. Like the construction of this club,
right?
And the sound and everything, and I'm quite happy to play there also now in Bootshaus.
Yeah. And this answer goes straight into the next question, which is, which club that you've never played in before would you really want to play in and is on the top of your list, apart of those that you did mention just now, of course?
Oh, that's a difficult question because, I mean, I think for me it's like, there are not so a lot of not so much clubs anymore as it was before. So I think the club that I mentioned before, and also High or Club Chinois, or maybe to standing maybe once in Ushuaia, but it's outside.
Yeah.
But I like to go now to Bootshaus, and I think if maybe the Fuse in Brussels will open again, then I was like,
fingers crossed.
Maybe that's also a club that has its whole story. But I mean, I played also in Bogota in Colombia. There's a big club there. Its name is a smaller club, Miro or something. I didn't remember because I was invited on a DEFAM event. It was a private event in Colombia. It was like not private, but secret location.
Yeah.
There was it was a very special time for me in Bogota. So they're also party people, and that was amazing. But also in Colombia, there are lots of. I think in every country they have good clubs. If you go in Italy, you have Cocorico. Maybe will love because I'm Italian. So maybe one day I will play at Cocorico because it's also something special. Because also it's a nice club.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are a lot of clubs on my bucket list. But yeah, who knows?
Well, there's still a way to go, Nico. Still a lot of music out there in you, and really looking forward to next releases and next club gigs.
Yeah. Thanks. For me, it was a difficult 2 years ago. I was paralyzed totally. I had an accident. So what's happening now? I'm enjoying now, not 100%, but 300%.
Yeah.
So, and what's coming is coming. I'm not thinking about it. Let's see what the next year, the next month will give you. I will give you.
Carpe diem, as they say in Latin, right?
Yeah.
Well, Nico, I really wish you all the best with Metro. How far perhaps it will reach Mars or whatever, because it's still growing. And of course, as I said, new releases, new club gigs. It's going to be so much fun to see you perform.
Let's see what's happened in the in the next year. So next month. Also, I'm still producing like with Bonza Records, and with other labels. So we will see. And
cool.
But anyway, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us at Back to the Clubs, and hope to see you soon, Nico.
Cheers.
A man on a mission, a man with ambition. Nico Parisi, the first guest in the second season of Back to the Clubs. Don't forget to subscribe to Back to the Clubs in your podcast app and find me as @officialmajork on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and TikTok. Go get your Back to the Clubs logo t-shirt on dancemusicmerch.com and support the show. Next week in Back to the Clubs, Canadian producer and DJ Hassan Ghazi will be joining us as a guest. See you next time and enjoy the sunshine. Bye bye.
Back to the Clubs with Major K.